popular culture has taught us anything, it is that someday mankind must face and destroy the growing robot menace.
Hey gang, this is Peter, and this is day 14 of 100 Days of Making Comics, where we put at least 30 minutes into working on our own personal project. And today I'm putting in a little time on Neon Eden, another one of my webcomics, and I thought I'd cover a topic today of overwhelm. Overwhelm. First I'll say that normally I ink in the borders, but I'm just going to go right in and start inking once my tool cooperates. I think it was Scott Serkland who mentioned recently juggling client work and comic work and everything we freelancers have to deal with. And I know that I have a bit too much on my plate, but sometimes you just gotta buckle down and get to it. I'm sort of inking and figuring out how exactly I want this to look as I go along, since I'm not the tightest of pencilers. I leave it open a little bit for interpretation. For my further interpretation. I just sort of loosely put in lines and maybe go in with a brush later and tighten it up some. So this is something I penciled a little while ago. I should really, start on a page and finish a page within the same week. And that's why I bring up the topic of overwhelm, because I just got too much going on, and it's getting harder and harder to keep track of it all, and busting out a new video for 100 days each day. As you can tell from my last post, can lead to severe exhaustion. I was up way too late last night, this morning, and just took hold of me, and so I caught up on a little sleep today. It is supposed to be a day of rest, Sunday, but working. 'Cause that's what I do. Alright, I'm more aware of this now, but, I was watching a video with this illustrator, Safara, I believe is her YouTube name. I'll put links in my description box below so you can go check it out. And I mentioned recently on one of her videos how jealous I am of people who can work on an illustration while keeping it straight. Like, if I kept this exactly like that, I couldn't ink this because that's not what I'm used to. And I thought about what she said, and I kind of agree a little bit. You know, I do love watching artists that keep a steady picture. You know, she does it really well, and I don't think Jeff Lafferty moves his illustrations around that much. Other artists. But I thought about it, and I've seen plenty of inkers on YouTube and whatnot who spin the page around like I do, and I don't really remember being that bothered by it. But you know, I wasn't bothered by Blair Witch or those kind of freaky movies with Steadicams, I think there are. So, I guess in the end, if you don't enjoy that kind of thing, then you probably won't like watching me, and I'm not the artist for you. Because I'm just going to rock the page around. But I said I'd be talking about overwhelm. Yeah. I'm trying to bring more focus, as always, to what I'm doing, and I let you know that I'm going to stop doing the HD days, because really it's just a matter, you know, keeping track of the work I'm doing. It's just making another job. You know, I'll go from page to page and illustration to illustration, and just, you know, work on it, get it done, work on it, get it done, and move on. I don't need to keep track of everything. Yeah, that's what Facebook and Twitter and all that other stuff does. I don't have a personal assistant who helps me with this stuff. It's just me. Of course, my lovely girlfriend, fiance Lisa helps me a lot, but not as a practical assistant. I was doing an interview today for my podcast, Independent Road. Yeah, boy. And talking with an old friend of mine, Freddie Williams. I'll be putting this up tomorrow night. So I'll just add my intro and talk a little before the podcast. Talk a little before the interview. And what I'll... Oh, anyway. I'm working and talking and not thinking and... Okay. So, he has his wife, Kiki, assist him. I guess essentially as a full-time assistant. And she sounds amazing. You know, I really could use a full-time assistant, but I would never. You know, it's just not something Lisa would be into doing. Like I said, she has helped me a lot, and she is a humongous supporter of me and my work. And she is, in her own rights, definitely a fan of, if not comics per se, then, you know, the sort of culture of comics, and definitely the geekdom. She's into, you know, Doctor Who and tons of shows, and movies, and she really gets what I'm about and what you know, why I do what I do. But anyway, so overwhelmed. Yeah, I just got a ton of stuff to get to and get done, and I'm sort of working I don't know, I guess I give it too much thought and not enough practical just work, go in and do the work. Out how, you know, how am I going to accomplish all that I want to accomplish? And, you know, I see weeks going by and it's not adding up, so I'm a little worried. And when I get worried, I get overwhelmed. When I get overwhelmed, it's not conducive to getting more work done. It's actually affects me in a bad way, and I get less work done. So that's not good. You know, I want to start working each day and working on a commission, working on a comic page. What else? Working on making new art. I want to do that. live art, live streaming show, so I can get some new art done. And it's going to take a little getting used to. I was happy with the pieces I did the other night that I did it, but they weren't super good. I know I spent 30 minutes on one, I guess. The other one was quicker. I think I will pencil and just ink live. I think that would work better. Although, the good thing about not having anything pre-set up is it's more audience participation, but I do, the reason for the show is I need to get some new art done so I can make some more, potentially make some money off of it. Like the years ago when that was a really hot, popular thing. Like I mentioned with various artists, there are still people doing similar things. But yeah, we got some bills to pay here. So I'm pretty sure tonight's out of the question. By the time I finish this and get this up, I'm almost done for the night. I have to look at the other panel I did, see what kind of shoe design I have. I'm not really inking, I'm sort of just laying down line work. I'll figure out the details of it. When I get the basic line work in place, it's just, I'm sort of being a penciler inker, and I'm sort of a lazier inker. I don't know what that is. And thereby lazier penciler. But years of working over a pencil is I really good at tightening up loose work. So I'm pretty good at tightening up my loose pencils. But anyway, I want to talk about my subject, my topic. So yeah, I realize I'm trying to accomplish a lot and keep my head above water, and these are the challenges we face. I want to be better than I've ever been. My goal is to really be totally on top of what I'm doing and to have a tight schedule. And I gotta say, my not to really make you go listen to it, but it really has a lot of resonance to me. Talking with Freddie today, here's a guy who puts in 12-hour, 16-hour days. He's really on top of it, and because of it, because he works so hard, he's had a solid working relationship with DC. Now he got our first spark of work from Marvel. He's worked with other publishers. He's been consistently busy. For years, and that's an awesome thing. I got ink on my finger. So I'm not looking to work for Marvel or DC or any publisher, for that matter. Work may show up, and I'm not going to turn down decent paying work, but I just want to be constantly motivated and disciplined about working on my own projects. Too many things can go wrong outside of just getting the work done. So I'm going to start being my own hard ass of a boss, to make sure I'm sticking more to my guns on this is my schedule, just do it. And if I get X amount done each day, I know that feeling of overwhelm. And it's not that I feel it every second of every day. It pops up and it slows me down. And any artist or whatever will tell you a lot of the times is that they're their own worst enemy. I know I definitely am. So we'll see. This is day 14. I'm making it. If I don't finish Bright Eyes issue 1 by the end of my 100 days, that's okay. But one of the things I do want to accomplish is to be set solid in my goals and have set days when things get put out there, like my podcast, my blog, the webcomics, each of them individually. Like if Bright Eyes will definitely be the weekly one. Blood Rights really relies on the whole team, so I'm not going to speak on that. But Neon Eden maybe that will be bi-weekly, you know. Even though I could do this, I could get this one done more often. I do have a co-writer, and I want to work at his pace on it. Naturium Kingdom is the one I haven't really gotten back to. I think it even says on hiatus on Comic Fury, I believe. Could be wrong, but that one I could do weekly as well. So if I have 2 weekly and 2 bi-weekly, that's a lot of work, on top of doing a podcast weekly, on top of putting on a new blog and doing live shows 4 or 5 times a week. And what else? And, well, for however long these 100 days last, putting these videos out, and I would like to get back to doing art videos. I've been lax in that since doing these 100 days, which is, it's understandable, but I could fit it in. Although, if I get a day job, everything sort of has to readjust itself, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man, if you wanna be good and be successful at whatever you're putting out there. It's not easy for anyone. Alright, so that may look like a loose bit of inking there, and it is, but I sort of build up around it. You'll see. I'll put this up at some point in the week. I know I have to rescan all the pages because I'm not happy with any of the scans, and all the sizes are slightly off, and the word balloons I put up thus far have to be redone. Now that I have Magnet Studio, I can do that. But this is page, well, the pages before me. Well, that's a cover-ish. This is the credits page. That was page 1, page 2, and this is page 3. That's right. Alright, so yeah. I plan to really knuckle down and leave time for multiple things throughout my day. I wanted to do each one, and by doing them for a month, 2 months, 3 months in a row each day, I'll master my schedule. That's my goal. So overwhelm. Not that it will be a thing of the past, but that it won't reoccur as often, and it definitely won't slow me down as often. So that's my 2 cents. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, adios. Comprende. Comprende? What? Compadre. What am I, Mexican? Okay. Thanks, folks.